and the charity organization of Medicine Without Borders?
Basically, we are doing the administrative part of it and the logistic. We are basically getting the medicine from Medicine Without Borders. They are sending it to Colombo with their expenses. From Colombo itself, selecting the hospital, negotiating with the medical superintendents and relevant officers, and transportation, that's entirely done by Little Aid in Sri Lanka. Little Aid is represented by Dr. Nimal Karyavasam in Colombo. He's the one coordinating the logistics in the country, and the distribution was done effectively within next 4 months. We are also now exploring other hospitals down south, east, and all over the places in order to distribute in future. And basically we are facilitating the distribution within Sri Lanka, and as a group, 4 people from Denmark visited last week to do an audit as to how we are doing it. And we went to Vavuniya, checked the books themselves. They checked the books and they were happy that the medicine they donated had been taken care of by relevant professionals, and that audit process, I believe they are quite satisfied. That is a contribution by Little Aid at this end.
Okay, so I would like to ask again from Mr. Hans, what are the main countries? I mean, you all have selected any particular countries to provide this service?
Most important in general, we want, of course, to donate medicine to poor people who cannot afford to buy medicine. And that, of course, lead to some countries in Asia, for instance, Afghanistan, and for instance, Sri Lanka, because of the circumstances, you know. Mm-hmm. And we hope to find more, to be given more medicine than we have already been given. In 2009, we were given a medicine of a weight of 7 tons at a value of $4 million. And as I have already explained, most of it was given to Sri Lanka. And now in the future, maybe we hope to be able to give some medical equipment as well to Sri Lanka, but that also depends on the donation we are given by the drug firms. I was telling a little bit about our finances. We are working, of course, without any money for ourselves, but we had to pay the air freight from Denmark to Sri Lanka, for instance. Yeah. And this air freight is funded by the Danish the Danish Department of Foreign Ministry called Danida. In Denmark, you can go and ask for money for humanitarian help, and then if the project is good, then you will be funded. And Danida is paying the air freight from Copenhagen to Colombo.
Yeah, actually that's the main point that I want to ask from you all. When you are providing these service to Sri Lanka, basically to Sri Lanka, how about the transportation part? How you all transporting? How you all providing these medicines to Denmark and to Sri Lanka? For an example, you all have given $2.5 million worth of all medicines to Sri Lanka for the last 4 months. So, how about the transportation part?
It's all paid by the Danish Danida. And last time we had a donation of a value of $1.2 million from a special drug firm. It consisted of about 50,000 treatments of antibiotica. And because of the good partnership with Little Aid, we were able to ship the drug from the drug firm to Colombo within 13 days, to be exactly.
Okay, so there's another question. Why did you all think to select Sri Lanka as a country of this group?
Well, we are also donating to other countries, and we, in principle, we do not have any preference, of course, because we are a humanitarian organization. But we are taking advice from the Danish ministry, foreign ministry, and after we had given a lot of medicine to Afghanistan, we asked the ministry to tell us where else in the world there should be a need. And they said Sri Lanka, because the war is over now, and now there should be, if I may say, peace. And everybody should live in peace, and therefore it is important if we can contribute what we can to everyone in Sri Lanka.
Okay, so are you all going to select any countries, I mean more than these countries?
I do not know now. I do not know now. That depends of how much medicine we are given. But as I said in the beginning, in Denmark we are destroying for some reasons more than 800 tons medicine. So there should be enough medicine to ship to other countries.
Okay, so from these great services, what you all expecting? Yeah, I mean, what you all expecting from these services? You are providing medicines to poor people who are living in Sri Lanka and also some countries. What you all expecting?
I am expecting, of course, that the medicine will be used, and the result will be, of course, what kind of medicine you give. For instance, we are giving medicine which will relieve pains. We are giving medicine which for other purposes, but we are also giving, we know of course, medicine which will save lives. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't have antibiotica, you can die of a lot of diseases which I don't know the names in English, but you know yourself. You can die if you don't have antibiotica.
Okay, so again I'm going to ask a question from Mr. Tarin. Finally, just tell me what are the future plans of the charity organization of Little Aid?
I think we are our motivation as to why we are doing this is I believe this is part of the reconciliation of the country, what we can contribute as diaspora to the country we left behind or left. So this is part of the reconciliation. We believe we started with the IDPs, now we are gradually going to the other areas which are economically bit comparatively deprived, which I think is part of the reconciliation process that we believe we should contribute.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the same question. I'm going to ask the same question from you also. What are the future plans of the charity organization of the Medicine Without